So we were recently given the first look at the new 007 First Light game, coming out for the newer systems. And honestly, I'm excited. It looks cool. It's supposedly an origin story of James Bond. It just kind of, it makes me laugh because it just shows that, you can get away with making a video game better than a movie, because I'm pretty sure if we wanted to make this a feature film, it would have been a lot harder. There would have been a lot more hurdles to get over, people not wanting it to be a certain way, or actors or whatever, or gender swapping it. But to make it a video game, I don't know why that just feels more authentic now. Like it just doesn't make sense. But again, I'm excited for anything that is James Bond or 007 in fact related. Even if they did like a John Wick style, in the world of 007 and followed another 00, I would still be down, because it wouldn't necessarily be Bond they're changing. They're just throwing in a new 00 agent that I don't really know or care about, and I'm down to see what their story is. But the fact that this is an origin story from, apparently a story by Ian Fleming, that's exciting, and hopefully they do a good job. But even then, you could see how, modern sensibility kind of bleeds into it in the clear aspects of the trailer. And even though everyone's younger, it doesn't quite fit, and it makes me wonder, is this game really gonna set up the character that Sean Connery originally portrayed? Because that's how a lot of people know James Bond. Hell, even Roger Moore, and this guy doesn't really seem like either of them. He seems like Tom Cruise, young Tom Cruise. But I'm still excited. I'm still, like I say, a fan of anything James Bond related. So will I play it? Hell yeah. I hope it's fun. I hope it's enjoyable. It seems like it'll be in third person, which would be great, just very Uncharted seeming, but it's from the makers of Hitman. So that's kind of cool, because obviously these guys know how to make a movie or make a video game that with espionage and killings and all this stuff that some people wouldn't want in a film for whatever reason. I guess video games are okay, even though people pretend they care about video games and they really fucking don't. It's easier to get away with that stuff in a video game. Maybe it's getting harder, but it would definitely, like I said, be harder to make this an actual feature film with an actor and casting somebody. It would be ridiculous. But I am excited. We'll see how it goes. It's giving me another reason to get a PS5. I always go to homies' houses here and there and play theirs, but now I definitely have to get my own. But yeah, I am definitely excited. 007 First Light, what do you think? I'm a fan of James Bond through and through, so anything that's 007 related or that someone makes for Bond, definitely would love to check it out, even if I end up not liking it. I wasn't that much of a fan of the Daniel Craig run, even though my name is Craig, and I was like, cool, Daniel Craig. But still, I am excited to see where they decide to take this game. Hopefully, the gameplay at least is great. Story-wise, it'll probably be okay. But for what it's worth, hey, Bond can come back whenever he's ready. Unfortunately, we lost Henry Cavill. We probably lost Idris Elba. But whatever they decide to do in the movies in the future, hopefully it works. Hopefully it fucking works. But this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Will you be buying First Light? I know I fucking definitely will, because I'll be able to. But this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.